Although Rosie O'Donnell is known for making millions of people laugh, she's also experienced more hardships throughout her life than most people. Here's a look at some of her deepest and most upsetting tragedies, beginning with one that happened when she was just a little girl. When O'Donnell was just 10 years old, she lost her mother, Roseanne O'Donnell, to breast cancer, leaving Rosie and her 4 siblings in the care of their father, Edward Joseph O'Donnell. In interviews, Rosie has described her dad as a deeply troubled man.
He had a very tough childhood, an alcoholic, abusive father, and never really got the help that I think every person needs when they have lived through that as a child.
Rosie has struggled to maintain a relationship with her father in the decades after her mother's death. She's described some of his actions as unforgivable, though she has forced herself to come to terms with her past.
You get to be 50 years old, you can't still be angry at what your father did in 1970. You have to work it out yourself and then find a place for it in your own life and not rehash it forever.
Like his wife, Edward O'Donnell also died of cancer. He passed away in August 2015 at the age of 81. Over the years, Rosie O'Donnell has struggled to maintain a relationship with her adopted daughter, Chelsea. Drama erupted in August 2015 when O'Donnell revealed on Twitter that Chelsea had been missing for days. Hours later, Chelsea was found safe in New York, though it was later reported that she'd been hanging out with a heroin dealer she had met on Tinder. Although mother and daughter briefly reconciled in 2016, Chelsea had accused her mom of everything from smoking weed to threatening to hit her with a wine bottle. Chelsea told the Daily Mail that she secretly married her boyfriend, Nick Aiello, in 2015 after discovering that she was pregnant. When the couple suffered a miscarriage, Aiello claimed, "I told Rosie about the miscarriage, but she never seemed to care or even asked any questions, like it didn't matter to her." In 2017, a 20-year-old Chelsea told the Daily Mail that she was pregnant again, adding, "It's very exciting and I'm looking forward to it, but Rosie will not be in my child's life. And no, I do not feel sad about that, to be honest." However, things had changed by September 2018 when O'Donnell opened up to People magazine about the rough times she'd been through with Chelsea, saying, "She's doing better now and we're both communicating with each other." Perhaps that's why when Chelsea welcomed a baby girl into the world that December, Nana was there to meet the little one.
What was it like holding your grandchild?
It was really trippy, I have to say. First of all, she has a full head of black hair. Like a full,
wow.
Like you could do styles in that hair, you know?
O'Donnell has been open about her battle with depression for many years. In 2007, she revealed on The View that she began taking medication to combat her depression following the tragic attack on Columbine High School in 1999. As she put it, "I couldn't stop crying. I stayed in my room, the lights were off. I couldn't get out of bed, and that's when I started taking medication." O'Donnell has also treated her depression with yoga and inversion therapy, but she's credited the antidepressants with saving her life. She's continued to be open about her struggles with mental illness in recent years, including a stand-up gig in 2015 while discussing her relationship with her daughter, Chelsea. She also wrote on her blog in October 2016 that the presidential campaign had done a number on her state of mind, leading her to exhibit clear signs of depression.
She was just like in bed, sleeping all day.
O'Donnell joined Barbara Walters on The View from 2006 to 2007, but the two women famously butted heads during their time together on the popular daytime show. According to the book, Ladies Who Punch, the explosive inside story of The View, O'Donnell apparently lost it during an argument with Walters in January 2007, when O'Donnell felt like her co-host wasn't supporting her during her feud with Donald Trump. O'Donnell admitted, "I definitely yelled. I said how disappointed I was and how shocked and hurt I was that she wouldn't stand up for me. I felt very betrayed about her going behind my back and speaking to Donald Trump in Trumpian language. I said something about her daughter, which I should not have said, but I did." Things were so bad between the two that Walters reportedly refused to return to her hosting duties if O'Donnell was allowed to continue on with the show. In the end, O'Donnell was indeed let go. She was later given another shot at co-hosting The View in 2014, but that stint was similarly short, as she only lasted until 2015. In September 2017, it was reported that O'Donnell's ex-wife, Michelle Rounds, had died, apparently having taken her own life. In a statement, O'Donnell said, "I am saddened to hear about this terrible tragedy. Mental illness is a very serious issue affecting many families. My thoughts and prayers go out to Michelle's family, her wife, and their child." O'Donnell's relationship with Rounds had been fraught for many years. She filed for divorce from Rounds in February 2015, This sparked a nasty custody battle over their adopted daughter, Dakota, which wasn't settled until March 2016. During this dispute in September 2015, Rounds reportedly attempted to take her own life by overdosing on pills. Paramedics were able to reach her in time with the help of O'Donnell, who reportedly kept Rounds on the phone while EMT services were on their way. If you or someone you know is having suicidal thoughts, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK or text HOME to the crisis text line at 741-741.